cases. There have been 10 major...
Hillary, I need to interrupt you.
One person brought in...
Hillary, I need to interrupt you. This is a Taliban spokesman talking now in Kabul, I believe. This is coming to us by video phone from Afghanistan. And I am not hearing, and perhaps you guys are, but I am not hearing him.
We should remind our viewers that Afghanistan was one of the sites that was hit 3 years ago by the United States.
The Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan has already explicitly said its standpoint or its position about terrorism.
The terrorism ټول انواع او ډولونه لکه څنګه چې په افغانستان کې هم ورانه پیښ کړي دي او دلته موږ همیشه د تروریزم ښکار شوي یو دلته مو غندلي دي او په نړیوال سطح باندې هم د دې غندنه کوو.
We have criticized all forms of criticism as Afghanistan has itself faced and has become the victim of terrorism, and you are now criticizing on the fact.
Terrorism یو ویرونکې داراچونکې او نفاق پېښونکې لاره ده.
Terrorism is a terrifying and hateful hatred or hateful method.
او دغه پیښه چې سوی د بشري پلوه خورا پراخه او لوی ناورین دی.
And this incident is from the humanitarian point of view surely a very vast and very terrifying incident.
Any question?
Any question?
Question, please. Have you received any kind of information, any kind of communication from the United States or any other organization?
The American متحدة ایالاتي یا د بلوچستان رابطه بشته سره
نه تر اوسه پورې چې کومه رابطه نه ده کړې او اوس تر ټولو مهمه خبره ده چې هغوی په ژغورنه باندې اخته دي کېدای شي چې یوازې هغوی ته د تسلیت پیغامونه تللي وي او دا چې اسلامي امارت سره چا تماس نیولی دا خبر تر اوسه پورې نه ده.
No contact up to now. They might be busy or surely they are busy in the rescue operation. So they need condolence, but up till now, no communication from them.
Does the Taliban categorically condemn these attacks on the United States?
Taliban في مرحلة واحدة كان بسبب دار حملة وزني.
موږ د تروریزم ټول انواع همیشه غندلي د پخوا څخه په دې باره کې پالیسي ښکاره وه.
Our policy was very clear from the very beginning, and we have criticized, and even now we criticize terrorism in all its forms.
Can you rule out any involvement by Osama bin Laden?
Osama bin Laden last year, هیچ قسم ته یا هر کوم قسم ته لاس لودنه تشکیل کړی.
تر اوسه پورې چې هغه باندې رسمي تور هم نه دی لګولی.
No, up till now, no one has blamed or accused him formally.
The Taliban have said that they will maintain Mr. bin Laden without communication, unable to communicate. Can you be convinced at this time that your policy of keeping him without communication has been effective in recent months?
طالبان ژمنه کړې وه چې اسامه بن لادن سره به هر قسم ته اتصالاتي امکانات به زندګي کړي. تاسو دا خبره تاییدوئ چې اوس هم هغه پالیسي په دې باندې عملي ده؟
موږ په پالیسۍ کې کوم تغیر نه و راغلی باید.
No change in our policy in this regard.
Do you think the policy is working, Mr. Mutwakil?
Or the policy کار هم کوي؟ اثر یې کړی دی؟
طبیعي خبره ده.
Suspicions obviously turn to Osama bin Laden. In the media, he's been mentioned as possibly having a hand in this. Are you concerned that Afghanistan could be on the receiving end of recrimination, if reprisals, of responding back?
توجه یا ګمان ته راوړي مطبوعاتو یا میډیا د منهم اخیسته ده تدریس او توقع کوي چې افغانستان باندې د اسلام الوي د اسلام الهدف وګوري
زه فکر کوم چې دا غنوم اخستې هم یوازې به د پخوا څخه چې په هغه تفسیرو کې ډېر نوم راځي خلا مخرڅوي.
I think that even if someone has taken his name in the media, might be just because his name was repeatedly mentioned in the past in the comments. Just for this reason, his name might have been repeated.
Just the second half of the question, though, are you concerned that Afghanistan could receive reprised attacks?
We don't see or foresee any difficulty in this regard because there is no argument or no reason for it.
If it were to happen, if there were to be attacks, what would the implications be of such a situation?
If there were attacks from...
As Jonathan said, if there were to be reprisals against Afghanistan, what would the implications of that be?
هغه به د هغه وخت سره ګورو خو ما مخکې ویل چې ټول انواع د تروریزم هغه په دولتي شکل باندې که چېرته یو هېواد بل هېواد ولي طبعا هغه دولتي تروریزم.
It is a little bit earlier to say at this stage, but as we said that we criticize all forms of criticism. So if Afghanistan is attacked, then we can call it state terrorism.
There's also been concerns expressed about Arab mercenaries fighters in Afghanistan and allegations that there may be an Arab connection to these acts of terrorism have also been raised. Can you talk to those concerns? Can you rule out any Arab links?
Afghanistan ki Arabi atba ya bazı dasi grupuna چې له دنیا خطر احساسوي تاسو د یو لاس په لودنه په دې پیښه کې هم راډوي.
زه فکر کوم چې دا پیښه ډېره لو پیښه ده او دا به داسې چا پسې منسوب ول چې زړه ته مو نه لېږي چې دا کار وکړي. دا به کېدای شي چې یو ناانصافي وي یو کوم تخمین ونی.
It is a very big and enormous incident. So just to connect it with some people that even one's logic cannot even accept it. So in my opinion, it might not be a justifying.
Mr. Madhukil, are you surprised that the United States has received this sort of attack?
د امریکا متحده ایالاتو چې د داسې حملاتو هدف وګرځېد تاسو ډېر حیران شوي یاستئ؟
د دې خبر ده چې د خپل نوې دا پیښه کېدای شي د امریکا په تاریخ کې ډېره لویه پیښه وي. د هر چا لپاره طبیعي خبر د حیرانۍ وړ ده.
Naturally, because this might be the only and the unique kind of incident in the history of the United States. So, like anyone is also...
What I'm getting at is do you think the United States has perhaps invited this, given its policy around the world and the growing resentment that some forces feel towards the United States? So what I'm suggesting is that the United States is...
It's a Taliban official in Kabul. The relevance here, of course, is that the United States government has blamed the Afghani government for harboring Osama bin Laden, who may or may not be responsible for the events that have happened here in the country today, and therefore the Taliban response. The president, who was in Sarasota, Florida, when